Good morning from my floor. It is currently just coming up to 10 to 7 in the morning on the 3rd of November, and today is a what I do in a day kind of video from the perspective of full-time self-employment and part-time studying PhD, because some people have asked, you know, how am I balancing and how am I managing it all? With great difficulty. It's been an eye-opening experience. It's incredibly difficult to balance the two, but I thought I'd show you how I'm starting off, and hopefully in 6 years' time, when I'm going to the end of my PhD, I'll be in full swing of how I'm managing everything. So at the moment, I'm just going to start reading for my PhD for the next few hours. So I was going to read from, I finished this little wee video. I'll start reading 7 till 8:30, so I can at least do an hour and a half of reading. I'm currently trying to do a close analysis of Charlotte Higgins's Greek myths to see if it's worth, putting into my thesis or adding any commentary to it. I'll have many thoughts in a book review video on that, because I have a lot to say on how I'm feeling about retellings in general. I think I'll do a whole video on retellings and focus on a couple of them if anyone's curious. But yeah, I thought I'd do a wee morning with me, what I do, how I set out my structure and stuff like that. So really, for the beginning of my morning, first thing I do is get up, get dressed. Obviously I don't put makeup on, it's not the first thing I do in the morning, and do my skincare routine, brush my teeth, sit down and read with a cup of green tea, which is just brewing over there at the moment, and I'm about to remove the tea bag and have it ready for me. So I'll read for an hour and a half of my PhD work, and then we'll have some breakfast, and then I'll get into actual work. One thing to note in this insight into my day structure is there won't be any footage of food. If you're someone who likes footage of food and what I eat in a day, that's not one of these things. As someone who suffered with eating disorder in the past, I find those things incredibly unhealthy and just inaccessible to people who have that kind of mindset. I don't believe in comparative eating structures unless you're going specifically for someone who to eat a healthier diet, but that's not my kind of jam. So if that's what you're expecting, not going to happen. It's not something that I endorse, it's not something I'm going to perform, so there won't be any food in this video. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you more of my working structure and what I do in a day. And basically, this day is every single day of the working week bar the weekend. So we're currently on a Wednesday, but my weekends are different, and that's just purely because there's only a couple of clients that I have to do on a weekend. So I'm also a writing coach at the moment, so I have a couple of clients who I'm helping with their writing at the weekend, but my main source of income is copywriting and editing, so my main clients are in the weekday, and then for international clients who I'm helping with writing, they're at weekends, and it's PhD work, so slightly different from the weekend. It's predominantly PhD based, but this is just how I try and cram in some kind of work in the weekday, and honestly it's shattering, utterly shattering, but I try to get as much done in the morning, even though I only had 4 hours sleep, I would say, just to get it done before I get super tired in the evening, because then I do become very reluctant to want to study. After a full day's of work, I'm like, oh no, I have to study now. But it's just try and counterbalance that. So I'm going to cut this short now, cut it brief. Probably let the dog out because I think she's pouring at me for attention. And then get on with some reading for PhD. Okay, it's a few hours later. I'm just finally settling down to really get some work done. I did an agenda for the day. I've been kind of neglecting my bullet journal. I neglected it entirely through October, effectively. I dropped off on the 24th, according to this. So I just did a quick wee layout for November. I chose Mary Queen of Scots because this month is St Andrew's month. At the end of November will be St Andrew's Day, and also it's my birthday month, so I wanted Mary Queen of Scots on there because I love her, so I love her so much. History really messed her. Well, how the English tell the tale of Mary Queen of Scots is just very distressing. But I was doing a quick wee layout for today. I have quite a few client wee case studies to write up, so I have to organise my time quite well. So for the next 3 hours, I'm just going to sit here with a cup of tea and bash through some copywriting that I need to get done. I use an app extension or a Chrome extension called Clockify. If you're someone who needs to track how many hours you do in something, yes, my dog is joining in. I highly recommend it. It's so great because you can check things like if it's billable, if it's not billable, like if it's just research and stuff like that. You can track how many hours you do something a week or a day and tally it at the end without having to write. Like, I made the mistake yesterday of forgetting I had it. I must have been so tired first thing in the morning, and I started tracking my times in writing, and I went, wait, just click clockify. Why am I doing this? So yeah, I'm going to do a few hours of copywriting and take a wee break after the 3-hour mark and go exercise. So you will see a costume change in some degree. And for the rest of the day also, so I'm going to get my primary is to get this copywriting done for the end of the day, because I'd ideally like to get it over and done with before tomorrow. And I also need to spend some time this evening going over an online course for my university. So UK PhDs are self-researched. You don't have to attend courses in PhDs. So I think it's very different from America. I'm not sure about Canada or elsewhere, but I know when I watch American PhD vloggers, they tend to have to attend classes, but there's no credits in a PhD. You get marked on a single dissertation and then that's it. Well, a massive thesis. Dissertation's a nice way of putting it. It's a massive 80,000 word thesis, but and over a 6-year period you write that. So there's not particularly like credit courses that I have to take. However, yesterday I got an email telling me that I've been appointed a student rep for my school at the university, which is the School of History and Cultures. And I'm the rep, effectively, for the postgraduate research students. There's 2 of us, and I'm obviously the distance learner part-time rep. So hopefully people will come to me with their conditions, and the next meeting I have to attend, effectively I have to attend or listen to feedback from students and then attend the monthly meetings with the staff at the school, with the head departments and the school itself, and give the feedback from the students, and then relay that meeting information with the students afterwards via email. So I need to do a course on making sure that I do everything ethically, just follow the ethical guidelines, all that jazz. So it's basically a wee process of just explaining what I have to do, but also the ethics of that dynamic in the university. So, and then also have to email out the students just to give them a heads up that they only have until Monday to effectively tell me if there's any concerns they want me to raise in the next staff meeting. We'll be doing that. I've never felt more like teacher's pet than being emailed saying like, you're the student rep, and I was like, oh no, I genuinely feel like, hi, like I felt like that scene in Harry Potter when she raises her hand up, like, I'm really honoured to be the student rep, but I genuinely felt like like teacher's pet, like, hi, I'm the student rep. I haven't felt this way since I was a prefect in year 6, which was when I was 11 years old. So anyway, that's kind of my agenda for the day. I also have to get some groceries later today. I won't film any of that. Effectively, I'm quite a boring vlogger. I'm not going to film the outside of my home or my exercises because they're outside of my home, primarily because I don't want my location to be known. Like, I know people know I live in Scotland, in Edinburgh, but for the privacy reasons I'm not sharing my local areas and all that jazz. It's just more of a dialogue about how I'm structuring my day. But anyway, I have 3 minutes, my tea is boiling, I can hear the water going on the stove. So I'm going to get my tea ready, sit down and just knuckle down for the next 3 hours, get some work done, and then get a wee break. I'll check in with you then. So, a bit later in the afternoon, I'm hot and sweaty and the dog's very excited. I've just come back from the gym. So I only just joined the gym this week, so it's only my 3rd day going to the gym on a daily basis. But, so if you've been watching me for a while, I used to go to the gym all the time, and then COVID happened and I bought a load of home equipment, and I thought, well, you know what, I don't need to ever join the gym again. And that was my logic, that I was never going to join the gym again. But no, turns out I have joined the gym again because my mental health was really deteriorating not going to the gym. Primarily because I live alone in this tiny flat. I work here, I study here, and I exercise here, and I don't have any social life. So I was effectively spending all of my time at home, like never leaving the flat except for walking the dog, not having a thing to do for myself, if that makes sense. Like, the walks for my dog were for my dog, and then other than that I would literally spend my whole day sitting on my desk, or at my desk rather, not on it, at my desk, from like 7 in the morning all the way until 10 at night. Like, I wasn't leaving anywhere, and for the past 4 months that's really taken a toll on my mental health. So I was trying to think of something I can do in the day that wasn't like, I could take a break and sit on a chair and read a book, but when you're just in this, it becomes incredibly claustrophobic. So I do use my at-home gym equipment, but I decided to join the gym this week because primarily, actually, I thought, well, I love the routine of going to the gym. I find it just so much more. I'm only 3 days in, and I forgot how much I loved it. I love the routine of going there and just doing my thing and then leaving again. And also, it's my only degree of social life, and when I say social life, I mean I still don't talk to anybody, but the fact that I still see the same people, or people still see that I exist in some form, is soothing to someone who's just like in her little box, not doing much, ever leaving nothing. So, and also I got a student discount for gym membership. It was 30% off gym membership, which is fantastic. It's actually cheaper for me to go to the gym for a whole year than buy a new chair. So that says everything, doesn't it, really? Oh goodness. But yes, I had a phone call with a client on my way to the gym, so it kind of delayed my break a little bit, but I feel much more refreshed. I feel sticky, I feel like icky. I need to have a wee quick shower, but I just thought I'd film this and also say hello to my dog, because she's my priority. And she's just like waiting for me, like, hi, come back please. So yeah, if you're someone who's like me and you work from home and you study at home and you don't have anyone like in your life effectively, like you just spend your whole day by yourself, just doing that routine of getting out the house for some reason that's for yourself is just, at the moment, it's quite therapeutic. How long that will last, I don't know, but you know, I was an avid gym goer for 9 years at least, until COVID happened. I took a wee break due to health, but then I went back again. So I've just been on and off, but I used to be avid. I just love weightlifting. I really enjoy weightlifting, and it's quite nice to have equipment that has more safety protocols than my bedroom does. Also, air conditioning, lovely. Also, I had to pop into the grocery shop on the way back, primarily because I'm out of groceries for my lunches, but also it's the time I'm filming this, it's a few days before my 30th birthday, and I'm hosting a birthday party, a 3-course meal, and I'm never hosting a party ever again. They're so expensive. I spend so much money on just like food and drinks and snacks for people, and then dietary requirements for people. I'm so glad. I budgeted for my 30th birthday. I was planning on going to Greece for my 30th birthday to celebrate. I'd saved up that money for the past couple of years. But then COVID happened. I was like, well, I might as well use that money on other people and like have a party and a 3-course meal and all that jazz. But oh my gosh, I'm never doing it. How do people have parties? They're so expensive. I have no idea how people can afford parties. I hate cooking. But because I love the people in my life, I'm cooking them a 3-course meal on my birthday. What is the logic? I swear, it may have been more affordable for me to just pay for dinner at a fancy restaurant for everyone. I have no idea. This feels like a lot. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I took the cheap version and I've ended up paying for more. I think I've been out of focus this entire time, so my apologies. I am hot and sweaty and I'm very hungry. So late lunch for me and get back to work on another work. So yeah, fun times. I got a few more hours of work and then take a wee break before getting on to PhD studies. So I'll catch you there. I need to have a little wee shower and change of clothes. Ready? Go. She won't bring it back. The odds of her bringing it back are like 80. Oh my god, well done! Go for it. She never brings the ball back. So it is currently 6:40 and in the evening, and I've just finished my main work for the night. I'm just going to play with the dog for a wee while because she needs my attention. Because she peed on my jumper a couple of hours ago. Probably telling me like, you're working and you're not paying me attention, so here is my gift. So that's why you can hear the washing machine in the background. Don't worry, I'm not washing just the jumper, that's not very eco-friendly. There's a wash in there, but I was like, let's clean that. So she deserves my attention right now. She's not getting enough of it. So yeah, it's 20 to 7 in the evening. I've just finished my main work and I'm gonna play with the dog for a wee bit before going back to PhD work for the rest of the evening. and likely try and go to bed for 11 o'clock, potentially, hopefully. I like getting up around, I try to get up at 6. It never works. I always sleep in until like 20 past 6. But I try to get up at 6, and that's the more important part of it. But yeah, I at least try and get some like 6 hours. I seem to work on around 6 hours sleep, potentially have a nap in the afternoon for like half an hour. And I say nap, it should be a meditation process, but I end up falling asleep. But that's why I set an alarm for every meditation, because I end up falling asleep. I'm just so tired all the time, particularly after working out today, or each day so far actually. But yeah, sorry, it's a bit noisy with the washing machine on in the background. But yeah, I just thought I'd share a wee insight into my boring life, my weird boring life, where I just stay in the same house unless I go out to the gym. That's an exciting improvement, isn't it? The washing machine's going wild. I wonder if you can even hear me. Maybe you can't. Maybe this is just all me talking to myself in a muffled area. But I'll leave it here because the ground is shaking. It's got to that point of the washing machine cycle. So you're probably shaking. Actually, yeah, the camera is shaking. That's the perfect way to round it off, isn't it? Just shaking camera. But anyway, I will leave this here. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you weirdly enjoyed this vlog. Sorry it was so boring, but I am a boring person. Also tempted to do history kind of videos, like baby ancient history videos and baby philosophy videos. I don't know if they're, because I really enjoy writing mini essays on concepts, but I'm not sure what concepts people want help with. I really enjoyed my modernism versus postmodernism video a few years ago now. God, I think around 6 years ago. Really enjoy doing that, but I don't know what else people struggle with. So there's that. But recently, you know, there's just so many good videos on it. Like I saw Boris Johnson discussing the fall of the Roman Empire and blaming mass immigration for it, and I was like, is this the level of like understanding of ancient classical history that people have, even the ones that studied it? Like, I just wanted to do a whole video on it, but there's so many great videos about the fall of the Roman Empire online, so I don't think I would, you know, contribute much to a great wealth of information out there. But if anyone's curious about like little ancient videos, like mini topic discussions, please leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. But not until then, you know, I will do some bookish videos. So I'll see you soon for another video. And remember, books save lives, so keep reading.